Knowledge Radio, the place where knowledge is born.
Knowledge Radio.
This is 3K.
Think Tank.
This is 3K.
Hey.
This is 3K.
I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. It's where I swear that knowledge is born. Who ran, who ducked, who drew down, return fire. We're the warriors, the healers, enlighteners, enlighten us. I'm tired of the same old, that game old with an upgrade. I'm a sunbathed in the sun rays while my guns blaze and they complain. Devil, my level not attainable. My metal, not malleable. I'm a man, didn't need that manual. Reparations is incalculable. Yeah, we want it in blood. Dead in the begging, heading to beheading. Metal to the meddling. Members is aggressive. Getting to the Armageddon. Karma, see karma when it comes to retribution. Caliber, catalyst in my clips and I use them on traitors and haters and the ones that spread confusion. Cause the devil's playground wasn't built for our amusement. Hey, meet me at the guard hour. Hey, in these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. Impenetrable armor, Orient aura. This story, this saga get gory before it get calmer. Keep holding that revolutionary posture. 85 gon' dip and dodger, but when they get monster, they turn into MC Light, earrings, and become door knockers. I'm irate, they pirate the culture, send them to Davy Jones' locker. It's okay. Let them think that you lost it. Be patient, this type of thing you can't force it. Play possum, but nah, not know about the road that they can't comprehend cause the language is coded. We plan ideas and we plan explosives. Make your pockets go from more bits to more bread. The portal done open, they can't close it. You ain't got a sideline, you could cause more risk. No set birth date, no Dorian Gray portraits. It's about to get ugly and these devils can't forfeit ancestral memories, so no, I won't forget. What we building is an impenetrable fortress for sure. Every show is just like a course ship, and my flow for sure tighter than your gal's corset. It's okay. We are the source, you can't outsource it. Even Spartans don't want no parts, Neff. What do you know? Before you know it, 3,000 wild Africans at your doorstep. Hey, meet me at the guard hour. Hey, in these strange days, you gon' need a strong counter. Spin like Beyblade. No, we will not cower while the rest they play safe. We will move with God's power. This is not for play. Honor my ancestors, play the Orient day. Peace to you, loved ones, stay dangerous and stay safe. AKAs and AKs coming to make their caves cave. Wreck the race like take case, stay dangerous and stay safe.
Alright, peace and black power family. Welcome to another episode of Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. It's your host, knowledgebornallah. We back with the Black Think Tank series. You understand? We got the mastermind with some great news, great update, and we're about to get into the story. So let's welcome from the royal bloodline, our priestly bloodline, our minister of information forever, the spitting image here with us to share another message, another milestone in the journey. The Black Think Tank man, his own Steve Coker Jr. back in the platform. What's good, brother? Aquaba. That's how we say it, Aquaba?
That's the term. You're right. Aquaba. I feel good to be on the show, man. I appreciate you having me. Much love, much respect. Let's do it, man. Let's get it going, man. Let's do it, baby.
Right. So give us the update. We seen some pictures. We was checking out the lives. We were celebrating. You know, what's the lowdown, man? Congratulations, man. Give us the news.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yesterday, man, I've been granted dual citizenship by the Minister of Interior, Diaspora Affairs here. Now I'm officially 100% have Ghanaian citizenship. Man, 6 years coming. It's amazing, man. It feel good. What I get is I have citizenship, so I don't have to go in and out of immigration anymore. And I get the Ghana passport, and I can travel to 18 African nations without visas or immigration. So I'm an official citizen of Ghana. I can be 100% business shareholder. I can open up bank accounts. I could just move a lot better now with this new situation.
So I know it's been a long time coming since my show was audio. We've been talking about this whole situation with you getting citizenship over there, and if you wanted to share a little of your experience, the pathway to dual citizenship with us.
Well, man, it really, the sad part is it's not really a process, man. They kind of been freestyling it, man. It's like it'd be a list for Black Americans because they tried to make it unique for the diaspora community. So it's not. Hey, are you there?
Right. Yeah, we're good now. Yeah, you were saying it's not a particular process per se, but we
Yes.
go in the journey. So
it's been right now. We have some elders in our community that's been working on this for about maybe over 10 years, man. And it started actually when I first came to Ghana in 2016. 2 weeks within my me being here, I went to the first dual citizenship ceremony in Ghana. It was 34 people that crossed. Some powerful people, some important people in terms of like doing the groundwork, in Ghana to make this happen. So it was only 34 people. Then in 2019, it was supposed to be 250 people. And all these are like president pardons. See, it's not in legislative yet, so it's no clear pathway. But in 2019, they supposed to cross 250. I was supposed to be part of that group, but they cut that list in half and only crossed 126. And so the other half was left off. And we've been waiting 3 years. That was November of 2019. And so it seemed like every 3 years this thing happens, and it's not really organized. And to the fault, man, they trying to put it in legislative. They're trying to make a pathway where you don't have to be in a certain organization, or you don't have to follow anybody or be put on some list, where you could just, it's a process of you being here for maybe 2-3 years, and then you can start doing the application process in terms of getting your dual citizenship. They don't want people really just flying off the airplane, getting it, and then going back and staying in America for 30 years. It's like, it's for the people that's trying to make this transition over, or could be doing business in Ghana or have NGOs in Ghana, which is nonprofits. But they want people the ideal of it is for people that want to come and they're trying to do something here, man. And so, and with that, you still have people that get dual citizenship that don't live here. They just go back and forth, or they've been a couple of times, and it just happened. But they're coming out with a thing called the Homeland Act, which I don't know the details of it too much. I just know that they're trying to put it in legislative, where it's a clear path for a unique way for Black Americans. We are a unique race of group, so we should have a unique way of coming back to Africa. And they're putting their energy and effort into that. You're talking about the diaspora elders and Ghana government both are working together to get that done. So we'll see how that goes. But it hasn't been put up in Parliament yet. It's like their Congress. They haven't been put up to Parliament yet for them to vote on it. But when they do, it should be a clean shot to just go ahead and approve that. But right now, it's so random. It's very random. It's like a president's pardon. It's like an executive order, and he signed off on it and be like, okay, this amount is going through now. And it's only been happening every 3 years. So it's no clear-cut way yet. It's no clear process yet. But it's coming. It's like each year get better, with this journey in Africa, man. It's like I always tell people when they get out that plane, sometimes if you want to build here or empower here, you got to picture Ghana being in the 80s or 70s in America, in terms of a lot of things. And so you got to, and I find so much beauty in that, because it's still so raw. you can still own what you do. You know, a lot of things in America, when we born, it's already there for us. It's already been bought out, electricity, gas, everything. You just get bills, you know, and you don't really get a chance to create. Sometimes there's not a lot of space to be able to do dope stuff. And so Ghana still have that rawness where you can come and yeah, you probably be mad that the process is slow, like getting a driver's license or something like that. But you in a place that's raw, like almost like when there was the 13 colonies in America and people start going west. This is what that is. That's that journey now. It's like I went west in 2016, you know, and it's like all this stuff wasn't available. Like right now, Ghana did not look like this. It's going really fast, you know, but being here early and be able to plant a flag and be able to have our ownership as Black Americans here, African Americans. However, it's pretty cool, man, because it's like the races are coming here. Every race is rushing to Africa. And I want us to be a part of that. And we overdue for that. And so the good thing the government is doing is like, hey, y'all don't have to do the same thing they do for citizenship. Y'all special. Y'all belong here. We want y'all to come. And so we want to make it as convenient and inspiring for that to happen. And so these ceremonies like that happen for that, you know, to get people looking this way, to get people that want to come and help build with the brothers and sisters. You know, you can be Aboriginal American. I know these arguments be happening. We don't belong, but I think we should still have bases in Africa, no matter what you believe in. Yes, we the original men all over the world. You know, I think that's just I wouldn't argue that ever. But should we be building bases in Africa? Yes. I'd rather work with Black presidents. I'd rather work with Black MPs, Black police officers, Black firefighters, Black everything Black. White people don't do nothing here. But I know with IMF and World Bank, they may have a backdoor control on some things. But if I'm going to figure it out with somebody, I'd rather figure it out with my people. And I think more Black people should come and build bases, not just in Ghana. It's 54 countries. You know, I'm about to start moving around a bit and exploring now that I had this passport. And so it's time to just build these bases where people can have, it just makes sense. Like, you know, that's what war is. War is, you know, you build bases.
Most definitely. Most definitely. So I kind of know the background. You see what I'm saying? I kind of know the background. So I'm celebrating harder than most because you see what I'm saying? Like I kind of know the background. So yesterday, give me yesterday after the process. I remember the frustration. I remember the everything. You understand what I'm saying? So give me yesterday. I'm looking at it, but I'm not there. So I'm paint me the picture.
I wasn't even there for most of it. You know, I'm out my body, you know. You know, you always think about it and you always think like, oh, okay, this is how I'm gonna feel. Not much, just a passport, you know, and then when it get real, man, because it was like 7 in the morning, it was very early, in terms of for a ceremony. And so it wasn't real, man. And it was like all that hard work, all that effort, all that energy that you put into the country, you know, and it's just like it got real for me. Maybe like I think I was about to be called. I didn't know because you didn't know what order they were just calling randomly though. So I didn't know when, but it was like even it ended up being like 3 people before. But when I started thinking, I'm like, wow, man, you know, I invested in this country, and now this country is investing in me. You know, to meet that, you know, it's like almost like a significant other. You want that energy to be matched, and they put in an effort right now to match that energy that I put into Ghana. You know, not saying they owed me, but to see them put the effort was just surreal at one point. And then I'm like a citizen, so I just felt like, wow, you know, being international, you know, now it's like, you know, I don't need America. You know, I'm not an immigrant no more. Even going through immigration and stuff be so rough. It's tiring. It make you wonder like, oh man, y'all talk about come home. Y'all treat me like an immigrant, like a Mexican in America. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving around always, you know, in these things. And so for that to happen and be in a room with people that's been waiting 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. It was one lady sitting behind me. She's been in Ghana 48 years. You know what I'm saying? So also it's humbling because I only been there 6 years. And so it was very humbling to be in there with great people, man. I'm talking about there's people there that build schools, hospitals, different things. That's just some dope people, man. That I was honored to even cross with, you know. And so that experience, I loved it for them more than even myself. But then when they called my name, you know, they said my name wrong. But when they called my name and I got up, the reception I got too, man, that was beautiful, man. Because I be at war here, man. Like, I really speak my mind, you know. I have beefs, I have these things, but I'm not scared, and I say things that's uncomfortable. I make bad people uncomfortable. I made good people uncomfortable, but I'm gonna say it, and we're gonna move the culture forward. But the reception I got, man, was even like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't know each other. That's the misconception that, a lot of people don't know each other. I lived in different regions. I work with different organizations. I help people, man, like a lot of people. And so to be in that room and get that reception like that, where people say it was the biggest one, it's like, it ain't about that, but it's love, man. And, I'm here without my family. I have no family here, no blood family. This is family, but you know what I mean? Like, it's raw. I've been out here on like a solo act for real. And so to get that love was like, that was like, okay, this is real, and man, my brother, when I got it, it was just like now I'm ready to start trouble. That's the whole point. Before I start trouble, I get deported, easily, or not even deported, just get the fuck out of here. It ain't even a deport because on papers, I'm an immigrant anyway. But now it's like, you got to have hearings, courts. I can run for politics. I can be a politician here. It's a lot more power I have now. They're going to have to deal with me. And they're going to have to deal with me. It's on now, and man, I'm honored, man. I'm honored. It's like a new beginning, like being born again, for real,
I just know from Pops, man. I just know from Pops. Like this is a ship coming back home. You see what I'm saying? Like literally in my space, like this is a ship that's coming back home. For me looking at you, me knowing, like I said, some of the background, what it mean to come home. You see what I'm saying? A ship took us away. This ship is bringing us back home. You see what I'm saying? So you coming back home is like a reunification for everybody who didn't get a chance to make it back home at the same time, and being welcomed back home. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's real and it's surreal at the same time. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people who taught us about Africa who never got a chance to make it. You know what I'm saying? Who never got a chance to make it, who taught us, about the culture, who helped us regain our identity, our consciousness, to move, to push. You see what I'm saying? You represent every one of us. I've been to the continent, you see what I'm saying, a few times. I'm saying, but you represent every one of us. You're not a visitor. You see what I'm saying? Like you're not a visitor. That means everything to everybody who got that mind frame. You see what I'm saying? We made a cultural migration. We made spiritual migrations. We made political migration. But we didn't make physical, stances. Many of us made physical stances, but like you said, they weren't there yet. So the sights and the sounds of yesterday is significant for you specifically, and then for us collectively who share that spirit. Like literally welcome home. You see what I'm saying? Like I use this movie Antoine Fisher to diagnose the African-American identity crisis. You see what I'm saying? Because we've been places and we've made significant strides all over the planet. We help everybody get everything. Mm-hmm. We've never been in a position anywhere where we were welcomed any place, yet everybody wants to capitalize, wants to exploit, wants to distort, all of those things, but no home. You see what I'm saying? No home, homeless. We got dwellings in spaces. We're homeless, though. You see what I'm saying? So you representing this in the stride, in the space, whether we was in the Caribbean, whether we was in UK, whether we was in Asia, whether we was in Europe, even on the continent. You see what I'm saying? Like not having that sense of belonging, that sense of home, you represent home. You represent home. Like, all right, that got to be home some kind of way. Steve over there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, cat from the shop, man. Like he found home. It's home. You see what I'm saying? Like, we know the significant movement with the brothers and sisters who left Chicago and went to Liberia, and from Liberia to Damona, Israel. You see what I'm saying? In the ride, many of those places, they made that place home. You see what I'm saying? So you in the same space. You know what I mean? Like an international ambassador for us mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and physically. It's game changer. You see what I'm saying? Like I know your partner. I think the connection kind of went out. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just wanted to say that briefly. Um, I'm excited to hear some of the stories of some of the families. So hopefully we could work some of that out to where we could get their stories documented,
Mm.
you know, so we could have some kind of network in regards to a space that's sacred where they can share their stories. You know, you said somebody
Definitely.
was over there with you like 48 years. Like, come on, like you see what I'm saying? Like they didn't see
Nope.
everything shift and change. They've been over there as almost as long as Ghana been Ghana.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So yeah, man, I definitely would love to get some of that
No,
story.
man, no, it's amazing, man. And it still really ain't hit me yet, man, because it's always, I know sometimes every move is like it's bigger than me. I'm always knowing that it ain't about me, it's bigger than me. It's always that. So um it's still, man, the effect that has on people, I'm still getting it. People are reaching out to me, people texting me, people just letting me know. And I'm just like, wow, man, just get reminded, man, but also knowing that it's a lot more work to do. You know, this move wasn't easy. It should be easier, And so I really want to be part of the process to make the transition smoother for people that want to make that decision, you know, especially for my generation that's not retired. The easier part is for most people when they do make this move, most of the community is retired. So that's like, that's cool, right? I'm not against that. That's the elders. They deserve to do what they do. You retire, you deserve, sit back, relax. You didn't put in 40 years somewhere and you want to just, you build here, you build a house, whatever, and you relax, and that's cool. So I want more people coming that's like innovators, people that have like radio shows, podcasts, people that have that want to do TV, marketing, people that want to build, people that want to build health centers. So it's like I want younger people who has that energy, but also that sense of urgency that they got to get something going. And so when we get those people coming and they able to make that transition smooth, not the best, not perfect, but at least smoother, I would say. That's something I really want to work on next year. And just giving the codes out, man, sharing the codes, helping people and not being, we still need healing, man. We still have this self-hatred thing. And so, and it's natural. Sometimes just because a person don't say it, their actions and the way they carry themselves, sometimes even when they come and visit or even when they move here, how we deal with each other as African Americans, man. It's amazing that we still have that, and it has to shed. And some of the stuff we some people selling the codes. Some people sell consultancy, which, it ain't that they shouldn't be paid for something, but it's like all the other stuff that they tried to do didn't work out. So now they're a consultant and they don't really have the information, but they just want to take money from people coming off the airplane. And that's not something that a lot of people do, but I want to make it where people are doing what they love to do, what they're passionate about. And let's empower our people what we doing, what we got to do. So that type of stuff we can give away for free. We should give our connects for free. Give how to get resident permit, how to get your Ghana card, how to get your SIM card for your phone. All these things shouldn't be something somebody have to pay $100 for an hour. It's like that shit is this. Let's make this transition smooth, and we doing other stuff to cover that. And let's just be great. Let's be Pan-Africanist and get out other people's pockets in that terms. Now, if you got a business, if you got products you own a club, you got the right to make what you want. That's your business. But in terms of the Pan-African side of it, that's something I really want to do. And it's some things that happen here that I had to deal with, taking up for certain people. Like nobody messes with me directly. I don't have no issues with me directly, but I have stepped into some things because I don't like bullies. And so I try to help people like that and step in and like I save people money, save people time. I help people with situations or get out of them, get in them. And so I just think I don't like that happens like that. Even though you don't mess with me, these are my people, man. And I'm talking about of us amongst each other. I'm not even talking about the Ghanaians. And that side is already automatic. They own one because they think you rich. Every American is rich. But on our side, us dealing with each other, man, we got to build better relationships. So that's something I really want to work on in 2023 with this citizenship. to help people at least transition in better, man. Because I know it was rough for me, and I was 6 years in. But I'm an animal, you know. I don't want to be the template, you know. I'm so invested in, like, this is what I know. I would, you know, I didn't know nothing else, you know. I never been nothing else, you know. I played sports and stuff. I'm talking about I had other activities, but in terms of Pan Africanism, from the beginning, from the womb on, you know. So my investment is like, I don't care what's going on here. I'm in this shit. If I'm sleeping in a cave, eating boiled eggs or something, I don't even eat eggs. I'm a vegetarian, but if I was in a cave eating eggs, I'm in one. If I do that for 2 years, I'm on one, you know. And that's not. It shouldn't be that tough for everybody who want to make the transition, because we end up losing good people. So I want to make that transition smoother, so we could keep good people here to help empower the country, and we be the template for the world, for Black people all over the world, and connect with Black people. All Black people not gonna make it here, but we should all have that bridge where we still stay connected, working with each other and empower each other.
Definitely. So I seen you in the picture with some of the people, you know, some of our sisters and all of that. You know, what was that experience like for you? I know you go back with a few of them. You see what I'm saying? So what was that like as well?
Man, bro, man, it was like, again, some of them cried. I didn't cry or nothing, but you know, it was to see them, man. You know, because especially when you said the word sisters, the sisters have it a little bit more rough than us. It's rougher for them than us. But also, you know, they sometimes their intent be a little off, because you know, a lot of these sisters now get on that airplane looking for husbands, so they blindly go into situations and they put themselves in a tough situation. A lot of them do, and you know, I kind of get it. I was talking to a group of sisters last night. It was a group of like, you know, 10, 12 sisters I was talking to, and we was having this dialogue. I'm the only guy, you know, I was just adding on some things, but they come over here with these, sometimes like I call them fake marriages, because you know, you meet a guy and then in 10 days, and then a month later you're getting married to him. You know, that's kind of like, you know, now you're in this situation where the only reason he married you for money. Then after a while, you didn't verbally abuse him so much, he didn't took the money and just ran off, whatever stashed you in the house, and he ran to some other region, you know, and maybe used up your credit card, stole your car. And now you're in this situation where, you know, sometimes Black Americans, the men, have to come in and step in and try to help out, do what you can and all that. So a lot of our sisters they go through it, man, you know. And so to see some of them cross that still survived that. Not all of them went through that, but they'd have hunted. You know, a lot of Ghanaian men, Nigerian men want them. And so to be the hunted, where you're probably being bothered every day, and to be able to survive that, figure that out, stay, do what you do, and to see them, they're emotional about it, because it was just like, it was a welcome home. To see my people, man, these organizations, the people I work with, the stuff we went through, man, it's like, you know, they're your soldiers. We all soldiers, and we teammates. And to see some of these people cross, man, bro, I'm telling you, it was like, I really was so more happy for them than myself, man. Because me, I'm, you know, I always feel like I'm gonna figure it out. Then I've thought about myself, because of my platform, maybe, that a lot of people are watching me. You know, a lot of people depend on me, and not necessarily directly sometimes, but it's like they just like, you know, I gotta show something that I'm going through the unknown for a lot of my people. Like, even for Chicago, I'm the only person they know moved to Africa. Like, a lot of people, I'm the only person they know that moved to Africa. You know, some people know more people, but a lot of people only know one person. Like, in my high school, all my people, I'm the only one. Junior college, I played basketball at Prairie State. Then I transferred to Tougaloo College down in Mississippi. I played ball. I'm the only person who moved to Africa everywhere I've been in my life. I worked for the city of Chicago. I'm the only person who moved to Africa. So everywhere in my previous era, I'm the only person that moved to Africa. And so they're watching me step by step. And that's why I started showing that brick by brick operation. You know, that's what I called it, because, you know, just showing the journey of the unknown, you know, and it was like a lot of pressure is on that. So my moves are very calculated when I'm here. I take everything very seriously. I protect my name at all costs to the best of my abilities. You know, when you're doing things, man, you got projects and you succeed, you're going to get a little hate, but I can't lie, man. Like, that's what I meant by the reception I got. It's like, I be tough on people, bro. Like, really, you know, it's like, you know, it's like like Coach Carter or some shit, or like,
or Steve Coakley Sr., you know? Yeah. Spirit of the Bogart, baby. You know, you come from that spirit of the Bogart, man, 100%.
I be so tough on people, man. So, you know, you don't know how people take that. And to see that yesterday, it was like, it's love. They know that. Genuinely, I just love it. I love them. You know, a lot of people be fake with it and tell them what they want to hear, but they know I love them and I got their back and I'm loyal. I love my people, bro. here they know it, man, and to get that back with this, with me being raw, honest, be tougher, and trying to set a standard, you know, where we don't cheat each other and stuff like that, and calling people out, or like not messing with certain people anymore to make them uncomfortable, so they know they can't do that in our community and get away with it. You know, it's like the Wild Wild West still. You know, it's too far over here that people in America can't see what's going on. So sometimes they think they can do certain things and get away with it, and nah, they can't. You know, and so with all that being said, man, it's just like, man, you know, with all that just into one day, you know, 6 years. My 6-year anniversary was December 12th, you know, when I made that trip, when I landed in Ghana, December 12th, 2016. And so all that just came crashing into one day. And it was like, okay, now it's like a rebirth again. Like I mentioned this word rebirth. Now let's go, you know, because it is, man. It is not a continuation. It is a rebirth for me, because now my angles are different. The way I built, I spent every dollar I had in my pocket to build, because I ain't want no bills, so that nobody can never like cancel me or say take my livelihood away like they did my father. You know, I would never let nobody do that to me. And they did it to him early on. He promised they would never let them do that. They never let him do that to him again. But see, my dad still had bills, you know. And so for me, and I'm not trying to be my dad, but it was like little things you learned was like, okay, let me kill everything around me in terms of they can't hurt me. And excuse my language, like they can't fuck with me. And so my livelihood was covered, no matter it's a lost space. I got my black things, everything paid for, off the grid, the solar panels, the water, everything made sense to fight. You know, the black think tank is cute. You know, to me, you know, people say, oh man, that's dope. And it is what it is. It's not fake or nothing at all. It's right there. It's for what it is, but that's not my destiny. My destiny is war. My destiny is revolution. My destiny is trouble. It's time to put a dent in this shit. And so to build like that, and then to get to this point, this was it. Like, okay, now I am a citizen. They can't just throw me out like that. They're gonna have to deal with me. And when I talk, they will listen. The people will listen. And it's coming from a base of having citizenship and not just being an immigrant or a visitor that's been here for a long time. You know, paperwork wise, that mean a lot. You know, I can do some things here, man, now that's gonna be very interesting. So now my journey really begins again, and it's on. You know, I promise that it's on, and a whole new angle is on.
I'm telling you. How did mama feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did mama feel? We know we love her. You understand? How did mama feel? How your brother, your sister, you see what I'm saying? Like, how did your family feel?
Man, you know, but my mom, man, you know, she was the one going to Africa and back, you know. So even, man, when I was born, we had stuff from Senegal and stuff in the house already, you know. And so for her, man, it was a blessing, because to her, she always loved it, but she never made that move, you know. And so for me, it was always like, I always want to make sure she lived through me, you know, like, mama, this you. I am you. You know, this ain't, you know, this is you. That's why I put her name on that building, you know, just to let her know, like, and the other building, think tank, is the symbol of my dad, you know, the shape of the building. So to like know that, you know, I'm not, they don't make me better. I'm not even trying to compete with my parents, but like, I am an extension of them. And so she knows that, and she understands that, and it's just beautiful, man. This is it. Like, what can you ask of your student? You know, when she had us studying in Africa, studying Swahili, she used to give us like blank maps, and we had to fill out the countries of Africa. At that time, it was only 50. Now it's 54. But, you know, we had to fill them out and know all the countries and stuff like that, and learning Marcus Garvey. And some of that stuff was from her. You know, my dad was more politics within the United States, dealing with the white man attack, you know, the boule, everything within the attacking that system. He had his angle, but my mom was more Pan-African, and we was learning Africa from my mom, you know. And so this is everything to her, you know. And I'm still getting through it. She sent me a message yesterday. It was just, you know, it gets more real that, you know, these people they're inspired, man. And my mom, I owe her everything, man. Even with this move and her handling the business there, like she get paid, but it's like, man, she get a nice chunk too. But a lot of this stuff I'm able to do, you know, she handled a lot of the transactions and stuff for me to get it to me here. And so she's a big part of this move, man. So it's a family affair. It's not just me. It's definitely a family affair. My sisters, man, they, you know, I just hope I inspire them, you know. America's for them, they going through it. Like they not doing nothing bad, but it's just America, you know. And hopefully I can inspire them. My cousin who flying in a couple hours, he's the one building next door to me, man. he never been to Ghana before. And he started building next to me, you know. And so he gets here. And I got 7 other cousins that bought land out there in the area that I'm at. So the thing is about just inspiring people through the work. Like I'm not, you know, not too much talking and trying to convince them, but they can watch my actions. And hopefully, even if they don't come, they just inspired to do great things in their own lane, you know. And so my brother, he should be here next month. He's been here before. And for him, it's surreal because when he came in 2018, I didn't have any of that. I didn't own any land. I didn't even have a black think tank idea yet. It didn't come into like the middle of 2019, you know, with the idea of, okay, I'm gonna build a black think tank. And so for him, I was still moving around, but he was kind of impressed the way I was able to move around. Like I ended up knowing a lot of people. I was able to move here, there. A lot of people in the streets knew me and all these spots we was going to. And so he was kind of inspired by that. So for him to leave in 2018, then all this happened between, you know, all this happened between the end of 2019, 2020 until now. You know, a lot happened, man. You know, I was a president of an organization here. I was on 2 boards at the same time, and that never happened before. In 2 different cities in Ghana for a Black American, I was on sitting on 2 boards, and at my age, trying to break barriers where these elders don't give up power at all, which is terrible. And that goes all over, you know, like the Black Caucus, like everything else. African leaders, just like the diaspora community here, they don't share the codes. They don't want to empower our youth, and they're not even youth, you know, 39. So it's like, you know, we're ready. And so now we have to figure out these new tunnels. But to make a long story short, you know, I even left those organizations kind of based on that. I resigned from both of my positions. I was never voted out, you know, but to try to break barriers where people my age can be involved and make these calls. You know, you shouldn't have to be Steve Coakley to do it. You could be great. And if you qualified or you got the tools to do it, empower our people that's under 50 years old, that's under 60 years old, that's not retired. But our people love holding on to power so much that they really couldn't stop me. They couldn't hold me back. So I was able to like break through a bit. And to see now, even the board that was just voted 2 weeks ago in the biggest organization in Ghana, the AAAG, which I sat on the board for 2 years, that crowd is younger now. It's led by a guy, he just won, Diallo from DC, a brother from DC named Diallo. He been moving and shaking here. I think he hosted Dwayne Wade and Gabriel Union when they was here. Got them their names. You know, he did that type of stuff. He became a chief here. He was installed as a chief in the Eastern region. But to see that new crowd come in now and sit on these boards, it's like that's what you fight for, you know. And so now I'm more in a sense, though, I don't really want to work with the elders. Like they love me. Like I treat them like family. Like I had to do a new concept, right? I had to say, I had to take the standards off and stop applying too much pressure and focus more on the energy of just creating new tunnels, right? So if you wait on somebody else to try to see your point and try to empower, and they're not on that, they want to just hold on to it. Like they be doing things like, you know, it's only a couple Black Americans here that I can get 150 Black Americans to show up anywhere. Everybody can't do that. I'm not talking about just Ghanaians. I'm talking about African Americans from the States who can come and gravitate to one place on an idea, right? A lot of people can't do that. And so people will be in charge of things. People be sitting there. They won't even ask me because they don't even want me on the ticket because they scared that they won't shine or something. And to me, I'm like, that's stunting the culture. And even about me, because there's other people like that Diallo, like a Maurice Cheatham, like a Quab, other people that's here that can move mobs, but they're not invited to help out because of it. You know, people just want to hold on. They're scared. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. That's what I mean by the self-hatred. But it's like that in America. You look like I think Umar Johnson was saying it in his Breakfast Club. And I've been saying it before that, but in his Breakfast Club interview recently, his last one, a couple of weeks ago, he mentioned, like, you know, like with the pastors, the Black Caucus, you talk about Operation Push. You can go in any nation, any organization. It's like sometimes it's this whole with the lack of grooming. How old can you be? You saying you fight for Black people, Illinois Caucus, everybody's 75 and over. It's other politicians at 30 in their 30s and 40s, groom them and put them there, and you stay advisor, you stay counsel, but they got updated ideas. We still using outdated ideas to push the culture forward because those people would not relinquish power or even put a team around them to help them. How about you still stay there, but empower the people, inspire them, and they try to keep us back. And so I have enough of that. And so for me now, the new angle is like just creating new tunnels and inspiring everybody. I'm not trying to be people leader. Like I'm trying to start a new organization. And it's like, come follow me. No, we all dope. We all gonna be great. And so when people come, I want to just empower as many people as I can and help them and sit back. They don't owe me nothing. Just you be great. Go out there, whatever you're good at, be great. But we need to start empowering each other, inspiring each other. And it lacks that right now. And so that's like my new project, like I meant with Starting Trouble. That part of it too is like is that. And you would think that's not trouble, but that bothers people. Me having a launch party and 400 people showing up and it's 200 Black Americans, that bother people. You know, people, government got people, man, yeah, I can go on and on, man. But it's like these chosen people or these people that chose themselves, these self-entitled people that come and try to make themselves special, they need help and they don't ask. You know, they got 20 people showing up here, 10 people showing up there, 5 people showing up there. And listen, it's embarrassing. But they don't want, you know, and so it's time to defy generation, not to ask thou sharpness. Hey, man, come on, man. You know, come on, man. Sit down, man, for a minute, man. Just, you know, these people dying off. They not, who they groom? Any of them. Like, you could, I don't know, maybe I don't know. I've been out of America for 6 years, but who are these people grooming, bro? And now we got to build our own tunnel from scratch because none of the connects was passed. These people dying with the power, which is not even real power no more because it look embarrassing. It like dies off. It's like they don't die on the top of their game or they dying, you know, our real leaders are dying on the top of their game. But these moments who was holding on to power and doing it for money, power, money. And then I was joking with some people, but I'm dead serious. Some of these people, man, just flexing for girls, man. Some of these people doing it for to impress young chicks. To impress young chicks, bro. You slowing down policy, politics, organizations, and community work because you want to impress young chicks. That's what's going on here. It's going on there. And it's like, move out the way with that, man. Go get them girls. I ain't mad at you for getting girls, but don't do this for that. This ain't that. And I man, I'm here. I got a story. Hey, man. So I dated a lot of these girls here. So I know I'm not anti-girls. I don't let that mess with the community and business and policy and politics. That don't distract me from that. There's two different things. I'm gonna go out tonight. I'm gonna do that, but also that don't affect the organization and the politics and helping people. And if it's put the best player, play your best players. At the end of the day, just play your best players. They'd rather be a winning player. They want to be the best player on a losing team. They're gonna make the All-Star game, but their team don't even fucking make the playoffs. They at the All-Star game just dribbling the ball, looking good, but your team didn't even make the playoffs. Play your best players. They don't want to play their best players because of ego. And so I'm tired of that. And so now we're gonna build new tunnels, and that's my goal. Build new tunnels. I don't want our help. Okay, sit back then. We got this from here.
So final message. Hopefully we could get you back next month. You see what I'm saying? Or the month after, however it goes, you know, and then set up some communication where we can start, you know, getting different brothers and sisters in. You see what I'm saying, and sharing their stories as well. So,
man, we can do. I'm in Accra still. I'm in a hotel room right now. I'm in Accra, the capital still, where I got this, you know, the ceremony was at. But even when I get back, man, I can get on the phone. It's some people that would love to express themselves. You know, they don't have like, you know, they're not that popular. So when they get a chance, they have real stories. They ain't in it to be popular, but it's good to get their story out. And like you said, document it, man. I got some great people in the Central region, man, that you could talk to. We're going to line it up and we're going to do it at the think tank, man. So me and you, we definitely talk. I'm talking about recent. I'm not talking about 2 months from now, 3 months from now. We could do it within 2 weeks. I'll give my word on that. We're going to put it together. And even if it's one by one, at least like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, every month, we got these stories you can get. I want to be on once a month to keep you updated on stuff. So I want to keep that, man. So let's get that back going. But also we can get these other stories in here where we got it set up now. I set it up for them in the think tank, and you can rap with them, and we can do that, man. And it's some dope people here, man, doing some dope stuff. You know, that don't get that nobody knows. You know, right. And they open with that, but I think they should because they can. You never know who that can touch. You know, as well.
That's true. All right. So final thoughts, man. Acknowledgement, shout outs, whatever you want the people to know, you know what I'm saying? Bring it to their attention, to their awareness. You know what I mean? You got it. And how people can get a hold of you.
Man, get a hold of me. My email is Steve Coakley Jr. at gmail.com. My website, www.themaringamatrix.com. Definitely through the email. If people have a WhatsApp, I will give my WhatsApp number. On Instagram, I'm at Steve Coakley. Facebook, Steve Coakley. But whatever way they can contact me, when they get in contact with me, we can make it better, you know, more direct thing. Sometimes I do have to protect my energy and watch, you know, give out too much, man. You get some weirdos, man, and you know, it gets weird, man, you know, sometimes. But most of the people are great, man, great people. So I don't mind it, but some few it gets weird. But man, shout out to the people that got their citizenship yesterday. I was kicking it the other day with the actress last night, or 2 nights ago, AJ Johnson. You know, she been coming back and forth to Ghana since 2019. you know, even though she don't live here, man, you know, like her and some of the people that do have these platforms as celebrities that you call them or whatever, actors and actresses, but they have a platform sometimes to inspire people to come to Ghana. So I told her, like, you know, I'm grateful for that. And she was real cool. Like we joked about some things, but she already, you know, she kind of heard my name. She was with her sister that was from Chicago as well. So, you know, I'm just grateful. And I just told her I'm grateful. I never want to be the person to like stop our people from coming. Sometimes we say our celebrities don't speak enough, or our people who had a platform, oh, they don't speak enough. But then when they do, we get mad that they get attention for doing it, because we don't get the attention they may get, and we can't do that. You know, we gotta, you know, just sometimes, not all celebrities, but some of them, we gotta be grateful that they even said something. You know, they may not be as smart as we are. They may not know as much as we know about the culture, but just saying something sometimes is a lot. The Muhammad Ali effect, you know, he was never as smart as Farrakhan, Elijah Muhammad, and Malcolm, but his platform was there, and he inspired millions. You know, and sometimes you gotta let that be. That sometimes that's somebody's role in the community, and your role is something else. But it seems like sometimes we all want to be famous, and it'd be too much confusion, and we make people who had a platform very uncomfortable, because it's like they're scared to even say something, because what is the Pan-African community gonna say if I say something? Because I don't know as much as them. But no, just speak your mind. You know, it's grateful, and we got your back. And if you need some answers, you got some questions, just reach back. We got to build that communication with them and work with them. Not all of them. Some of them are weirdos too, but you know, so some that are trying. We got to have that attempt and be open to some of these people. Not all of them, but some of them, yes. And so, shout out to everybody that came in and got the citizenship. Shout out to the diasporans that's waiting. Shout out to the ones who made this happen, man. There's some elders that fought for this. And so shout out to them. Yeah. For the time. Yeah, sorry, I think a call came in. But shout out to them, man. Shout out to my mom. Rest in peace to my dad. Rest in black power to my dad. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Siddiqui. Shout out to my brothers and sisters. Shout out to everybody in the States, man. Shout out to everybody, man. You know, happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year. I hope to see more people in the next 2 or 3 years coming to Ghana, just coming to Africa in general. Let's link up. Let's network. Let's build. Let's deal with this self-hatred. Let's deal with this envy. Let's deal with it, man. We can build. We all can be dope, man. And we can empower each other, man. It's real big, man. We share the codes with each other. So let's do it, man.
Definitely looking forward to the next couple of weeks, getting back with you and getting this process rolling so we can hear everybody's story, man. We want to touch as many of our brothers and sisters, whether they Ghanaian, whether they expats, whether they repats, whatever it is, whoever it is that wants to share their story. And let's build this bridge of communication. You see what I'm saying? Build this bridge of communication, from communication to organization to mobilization and empowerment. Do some work.
For sure, family. For sure. You said it. For real.
I love you. You know what I'm saying? You close to my soul, man. You understand what I'm saying, man? I'm so proud, man.
I appreciate you, man. We've been doing this for a while, so it's always love and watch the growth, and so I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, man. For real. Definitely, man.
Oh, man. All right, family, we out of here. I know my brother got some moves to make, you know what I'm saying? So we'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks, man. We're going to have some people telling their stories, man. We're going to do it.
All right.
Blessings, brother.
Bless. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah. Now we gonna tell them. That in front. We tell them like this, yo. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a African. Yeah, y'all like that? No more. This man's mind is open. I'm an African. I'm a African. I'm an African. I'm a. Let's get
And
back
that
to
motive
the
is best developed by recognizing the common enemy.